Welcome back to the Entrepreneurs Forum podcast. Today we have the incredible Dr. Miluna Fausch, and I am so excited for you all to meet her. I just had the privilege of spending time with her not too long ago, so I'm really, really excited. She is, can you believe this, a TV show producer, also the host of her own TV show. She is also a phenomenal coach, phenomenal actor, and absolutely loves all things related to one of my favorite areas of specialty, communication. So, Dr. Miluna, thank you so much for spending time with us. How are you today? Welcome. Come join.
Thank you so much. We are in the voice communication business.
We
It's a
are.
pleasure to be here with you.
We are definitely in the voice communication business. And I know how I got there. How did you get there? Especially for people who are just hearing about your skill set for the first time, what you do and what you're so passionate about when it comes to communication.
I'd say a couple of main things. The reason I'm here and went to this particular niche. I've always been in love with the voice. So as a little girl in the backyard swinging and singing top 40 and all the commercial jingles. And I thought, well, I'll either be a famous singer or I'll be a race car driver.
I love that.
So it's an auditory thing, clearly with me. And later on, always observing people, their voice, the way they communicate. How does the person respond? Do they react? Do they lean in? Do they push back? Is it a reaction? It's so important, these interactions that we have with folks. And I got to a point where I had a medical emergency. I had a tumor in my head. My face was paralyzed. And at that point, communication was no longer a luxury on any level. It was absolute crucial to speaking with my doctors. I became very firm, an advocate, because I was saving my life before these surgeries. And I just had to be so clear. What is this? What is this medication for? Why are we doing that? So I believe let's stop underestimating. It may literally be your life. I'm going to be dramatic because I'm dramatic. It could literally be your life or your advocacy for yourself or someone else or a cause that you believe in.
Very much so. And you know what's so interesting is I love that you said it really is such a luxury because we don't think about it until it's absent for a period of time. And if you've had laryngitis and you're somebody who's very talkative, it's a challenge. I know for sure in my career and in yours, we rely on our voice. And we also have taken it as an approach as this is a tool that we treasure, that we share, that we are passionate about keeping it a certain way and keeping it to a standard that is of high quality.
It is. Our
Yeah.
voice is our brand. As you said, it's a treasure. It's our self-expression. It's healthy.
Yeah.
And as you said, I don't take it for granted. I'm like you. If I couldn't speak, I'd be writing furiously. It's such a huge part of my identity.
Very much so.
We're going to care for our instruments. That's what we're going to do.
I love it. And you know what's so funny? So I went to graduate school for speech pathology. Never once did they call it an instrument. Never
Really?
once. No. And it goes to show you how textbook people and how disconnected people can be from it versus really noticing the power that is carried in your voice.
Yes, thank you. This is so not textbook.
No, I mean, it's really not. And especially I know in your area of expertise, when people come to you, they have a voice. Now they want to fine tune it. Now it's the instrument. How are we cultivating it? And it's not necessarily singing, because what you and I consider as a voice coach or a vocal coach isn't necessarily in the singing world as much as it is in the presenting world.
It is. It's the
Yeah.
public speaking realm. I'm a leader of a company. Absolutely. It's media interviews. How do we speak at that high level, that frequency, that authenticity, that we're most likely to be heard and be effective?
Yeah.
That's something else entirely.
I
That's a
love that.
level where it gets so good.
It really, really does. Absolutely. Is this something that you also mentioned in your book? I know there are so many beautiful things in your book. And I didn't know if that was one of them very specifically when you share it with authenticity and how to do that.
I don't know that I use that word too much because I feel like it's been overused.
Oh
Yes.
God.
Oh
Since
my God.
ChatGPT, the words transformational, the words authenticity, completely following your thought process on that one.
It's so true. So let's perhaps call it in your words so
Yeah.
that when you're speaking, we go, oh, yes, that's Lenora up there. It's aligning for me.
Yeah.
It's matching for me. When
Hmm.
I wrote the book, my editor said, I want you more conversational. You're more warm than this. You need to
Yeah.
write differently. And I
Yeah.
finally understood what that was. So that
Hmm.
when people read the book and the way I speak and present, it's a match.
Very much
And
so.
so I think we can say authentic is true to who we are and effective.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. True to who we are and effective. Ooh, good combination of words. You can tell that both you and I are very language sensitive and we really love words.
We love our words, the frequency. We're in the same frequency
We
wavelength
very
there.
much are. We very much
Uh,
are. And you're also a Forbes author too, correct? How
this
cool
is
is
a
that?
Advantage Ford Media. Here it is. We're just gonna
That
hold
is
it up
so
for a minute.
cool.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
It's up-level your communication, evolve your presence and speech to change everything.
Yeah.
And this is what we talk about, how you're coming across. How do you lead meetings? How do you properly introduce folks?
Oh
A lot
yeah.
of folks don't even know how to properly and formally
Oh
introduce
yeah.
people as they deserve to be introduced.
Yeah.
How to lead meetings virtually, how that's all changed. And chapter one might be the most important. It's communicating with compassion. And that's the story I told at the beginning, the whole medical adventure.
Yeah.
And I teach readers how to speak with folks who are facing illness or death or serious things.
Yeah.
One thing I say is don't say you understand. You do
Mm.
not and you won't. So stop
Yeah.
saying you understand. There are so many ways I suggest how to speak with people so that
I
they
love
really
that.
feel cared for.
Yeah. What's your favorite way to show people that they really cared for? I love that. That's really important to notice this isn't what we're doing, but also here's something better that we can offer.
I love that. I think it's actively listening. I like to use their language
Hmm.
and say something like, I believe I understood you. These are your words.
Yeah.
Is this how you feel? Is this what you need help with?
Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful because then you're actually questioning them still and making sure that you're following their thought process and where they are. That is beautiful. I love that. Aw.
Thank you.
And I know you are also, so at the time of this recording, you are preparing for your very first official, not your very first, your official a way of producing and having a TV show. What is that experience like? What are you going to be sharing on that?
Yes, I'm so excited. It's my third TV show, but this
Very
one will
awesome.
be produced by me
Hmm.
and it's my own brand, not somebody else's dream. It's
Yeah,
Miluna TV. We're
that is
trademarking that now. We're doing all the prep work.
that.
And I'll be interviewing people who are successful and making an impact.
Aw,
It could be authors, it could be entrepreneurs, it could be nonprofit rock stars. And
yeah.
we'll have probably specific seasons where I have a whole lineup. One, I'd like amazing women doing amazing things,
Aw, wow.
authors and entrepreneurs,
Hmm.
folks who are lifting up the planet. They have a message, they're doing good things in the world, it matters, and they're
Yeah,
making an impact. And they're going to share those secrets of how they've done that.
that is very cool. What is the legacy that you wanted to, or the lasting memory that you wanted to have as Maluna TV?
I just say I want to uplift and up level. I
Uplift and
want
up level.
people to say that is the best 30 minutes I have ever spent. I
Aw,
can't wait till her next season comes out.
yeah, yeah,
Interesting guest. Guests with humanity and love, guests with a voice and a message. That's
yeah.
the difference.
That is beautiful. How
Hmm.
different are you approaching it now that you get to think of the perspective of not just the viewer, but the producer?
I don't know. I think just more from a maybe a business operations point of view.
Yeah.
It's essentially I'm doing the same thing, but producing, and I can produce other shows. So that's
Okay.
the new
Okay.
piece of it. Folks can also host their show under my micro network.
That
So
is
that's
beautiful.
just the legacy is helping people find their voice now.
Hmm. That's beautiful. Helping people find their voice. That is such a beautiful thing to pass on. Yeah.
Mm.
Who were some of the teachers that have been so impactful to you over the years that they passed on their knowledge to you, or
Oh,
that you sat with it and you cultivated it and you explored it?
so many. Oh my gosh. Marianne Williamson has been key
Oh, beautiful work.
and
Yeah.
top of mind. I'm one of her miracle minded coaches.
Oh,
And we trained virtually during COVID.
yeah.
And she is on the board of the Sophia Institute, which is here in Charleston, South Carolina. So I got to meet her. I even presented her with a copy of my book.
Oh,
And her teachings, the way she teaches and leads, you're just drawn in. Her integrity, her spiritualism is so
yeah.
deep and so wide.
Very much. She was very
She's,
impactful for me for a bit of time. Yeah. Course in
yes.
Miracles.
Yes, just and I was not a student of A Course in Miracles. She brought that
Yeah.
to life. And of course, you don't have to be a student to
Hmm.
dive into her work. It's just
Yeah.
so deep
Yeah. Very
and
much so.
rich.
That is. How do you find that you communicate with yourself on a daily basis, especially as an entrepreneur and as wanting to share? So I know you tune in very easily to your clients and what they're looking for. How does that communication look like inside yourself also? That one really, communicating with myself has been one of the greatest experiences and journeys of my life. And thankfully, it's an upward ascension. So there's no end to it. But really starting to cultivate and pay attention to my own thoughts and my own voices and what I'm saying to myself on the regular is so important. And people
It's
always think it's this outside stuff, and it's really a lot of inside.
it's always insight, isn't it? And I know you're
Yeah.
an expert in inner dialogue. It is so key. Like you, I'm getting better and better. There have
Yeah.
been gremlins and criticism,
Yeah.
things from childhood.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing. I'm working on not comparing to others.
Yeah.
That's not my business. The hardest thing is hearing criticism. I don't love it. And when
Hmm.
folks are not compassionate or good at giving it, it can be very harmful to those of
Very
us who are
much so.
very sensitive. I think managing my expectations and just being in my morning meditation, I just get clear.
Hmm.
And for me, I want to be kind, clear, truthful,
Love that.
and for that kindness to extend to myself just the same as anyone else. And
Yeah.
that's tricky for us, isn't it?
Very much so. Very, very much so. Definitely navigating that inner critic is and finding those gremlins and demons. It's so funny. There is, especially in the work that I do, some of the work from Harry Potter has resonated in my head, like hunting horcruxes or hunting demons inside your own head to really pull them out and look at them. And, sometimes they'll duck under dark stairwells and you got to go in after them and yank them out. Like, we got to talk because this isn't going to last very long. Our relationship here is done, and figuring out how to shift that.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I also think Dr. Brene Brown has some amazing
Mm,
tips around that you set up a corner of your critics and you have a special place. And
that's a
they
good
may
one too.
only
Yeah.
sit there and you
Yeah.
speak with them that they're there to cheer you on. They may not critique you. They're
Yeah.
there as fans.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
a beautiful
helpful.
one too.
It's, as you said, it's deep. It's not surface. It's
Mm-mm.
layers and layers. Sometimes I write a letter to myself
Yeah.
and then I burn it ritualistically. That can
Yeah.
be terribly helpful as well.
Very much so, very much so, yeah. What do you like to share with your clients, especially the ones that you work one-on-one with? Because I know you've done workshops and teachings of all sorts. Are there like 3 things that you often find yourself saying, "This will definitely be a step in the right direction for you?"
Oh, let's see. Things that I say a lot. A lot of it is presence training. Folks
Mm.
are so distracted, we're anxious. And I just remind them if you'll just sit and you'll learn through meditation, and if they're open to it, we do a lot of that. If you'll just be in the moment and you'll pause before speaking, then you'll be in your brilliant zone. Because great
Oh, I love that.
speakers, we want to be able to hear them and they give us a chance to hear. Let
Hmm.
it drop, right? It's like music. If it went on forever, we couldn't really hear it. We need the rest. We need
Yeah.
the song to stop now so we can absorb what you just said.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that the way that you said that. Pause before speaking, you'll be in your brilliance.
Be in your brilliance.
Yeah.
I remind them their story matters.
Hmm.
We think it does, and of course it does. Your story is yours and only yours, and
Yeah.
you are the only one that can tell it.
Yeah.
So to get good at that and understand what should be shared and what's not such a highlight. So really
Yeah.
getting it to a point where you know what really matters when you're
Yeah.
sharing that story. Let's see, is there one more tidbit that I
Hmm.
hear myself saying a lot? I keep breathing,
Yeah.
not holding the breath. I ask them to think of the voice as multidimensional. And
Oh,
so for some of them, I say, let's go through the camera to me. The voice should not drop right here.
yeah.
It can be a very flat voice,
Hmm.
something like this, which nobody wants to hear.
Yeah.
And so I want them to understand by bringing the voice alive, by having presence and breath, it builds a richer, more resonant voice. People will want to lean in and hear you. That's the
Very much
key.
so. Very much so. I love the way that you said that. And what's so funny is that especially when I first started meeting and networking with people in my very local community, I found a lot of people in the Chamber of Commerce and in BNI, they didn't really have the tactics on how to network and what that really looked like. People seemed very insecure, perhaps, or unsure of how to share. And going through my own experience of getting out of that mindset of like, oh my God, what are they going to think? And really allowing myself to breathe, allowing myself to pause. And I think so many people are so worried that somebody's going to move on, almost as if they're going to get swiped by because we're so quick to quite literally keep moving that we almost have to feel like we have to talk really, really fast so I can hold your attention rather than naturally allowing yourself to breathe and to pause. And I often tell my clients there's power in your pauses. Let them be present because they're so worried, thinking, I don't know what to say. Like, no, this is a great thing. You're letting it land. You're letting that person who's receiving your information process it. This is
They're
great.
processing.
Yeah,
It's true. As you said, we skip over our name, we skip over this, but these folks don't yet know us. And some
very
of
much
us
so.
have unusual names. They may need to hear it a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
It's that thing of getting our focus off ourself and what are people going to think,
Mm-hmm.
coming with an open heart, sharing your story clearly. That's
Very much
what
so.
will get you noticed.
Very much so. I couldn't agree more with you. And I think there really is such beauty to the work that you do when you're helping people know how to talk effectively and
Ah,
communicate effectively, allowing, and it's quite literally, it really is a mind game because you have to manage the voices in your head and come down out of the state of worry and go, oh, I matter too. I get to share. I get to
absolutely.
be here.
We
And
do.
yeah, and we sometimes have to really remind our clients, and even, earlier on, I really had to remind myself, what was so funny is that you can hear people who are not confident speakers, especially in their voice, because I used to say Lenora Edwards, and my voice would go up as if I'm leaving a question mark on it, versus Lenora Edwards. And there's a confidence and a pause so that they can clearly hear versus what I was racing through before. And some people are just that, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to take up space. Where really, when you work with a voice coach, you start to notice, oh, there's presence in my voice and I get to be here.
That's a beautiful example. Yes, reminding ourselves as well sometimes. It is. Going up is a giant question mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
something I work the up speak. I call it up squeak.
Ah,
They can remember it. It's like giant question marks. We don't know
yeah.
if you have credibility. We don't know why you're going up in pitch. Up
Yeah.
in pitch. It's not natural.
Yeah.
For some folks it is, but it's these little subtleties make such a
Very
difference
much
in
so.
being heard. And if we'll take the time, won't we also be a better listener for everyone else?
I love that one too.
We're present for us. Now I can be present for other people. And I think that's only fair. Everyone gets a voice at the table.
Yeah. I
And
love
if
that.
we're wasting it or rushing through it,
Yeah.
I don't know the impact that we can really have. It's going to be minimized.
Yeah. Very much so. What are some of the ways that you like to share with people to start practicing to give themselves presence and permission in their voice when they're moving around the world?
Sometimes it's giving them affirmations that will
Okay.
speak, creating that custom affirmations, I would call it
Mm-hmm.
recipe. Sometimes I write them a custom
Oh,
recipe.
I love the recipe.
It's recording their voice. Usually I ask them not to camera yet because that's another source of
Mm-hmm.
criticism,
Yeah.
but to audio record. How are you sounding?
Yeah.
For me, you're rushing through that.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to self-assess that. Folks don't
Yeah.
think they're rushing. They are. It's way too fast.
Yeah.
And also just sometimes explaining we can't hear that fast.
Yeah.
Now, I've slowed my speech down a lot over the years because
Mm-hmm.
naturally I'm very fast, but it's not effective. You speak over, you speak through, you don't stop
Yeah.
talking. No one is really hearing you.
Mm-hmm. Very much
It's
so.
also breathing and meditation and thinking about the bigger picture. Why are you
Mm-hmm.
speaking? If the microphone goes out, what do you need to say? Can you
Yeah.
still do it? Three non-negotiables, the three things you absolutely need to share, and how you're going to share them.
Yeah.
So we first look at why are you even there? And I think it's a privilege, or we need to discern why are we even there? Maybe we don't even need to
Mm-hmm.
be speaking at that point or taking that speech or doing that thing.
That's a good
If we
point for your
don't
clients.
know
Yeah.
why we're there, we don't have a strong message, perhaps we should wait and still until we do.
Yeah. Yeah. What are the things that your clients really hire you for? Is it to help build a speech or is it to speak on stage or is it acting? I know they offer, or you offer many different things. I didn't know what specifically you work with clients on.
Two areas. It's public speaking, it's the delivery. I can help them
Delivery.
edit a speech. I don't really tend to write it because it needs to be in their words.
Mm-hmm.
I polish and fine tune.
Nice.
And it's for, are you on camera? Okay, we need to do these things. Are you going to be on stage? Okay, here's what's appropriate. This is a
Mm-hmm.
TEDx talk. All right, this is what's appropriate. This is a media interview. All right, we need to amp
Yeah.
up the smiles for that.
Aw.
So the subtleties of each venue and each stage. What's the stage and what's your role? Are you
Yeah.
leading a
Oh, what's the stage? What's your
stakeholders?
role? That's beautiful.
Yeah, what's the stage? And are you leading a shareholders meeting? You
Yeah.
game on for that.
Yeah.
The other training is camera ready. And that's an 8 week for folks who are either wanting to be on my TV show, but they've never been on TV.
Mm-hmm.
They want to host their own show, or they just want to be a rock star on camera and
Uh,
for media interviews. So it's
yeah.
camera training.
Yeah, very much so. I love that. That's great. It's so interesting, especially when you say camera training. Sometimes people can come across and they think, oh, I'll just turn the camera on and I'll just hit record. Some people have that skill, others don't have that skill. And it really is something to practice, especially because when then you do go back and review it, because you have to, if you're going to post it, you then have all these other things come up. So it's really about knowing that version of yourself that you want to share on camera and how you want it to be received. It's really something to explore.
It's key.
Yeah.
And I don't wing it. I rehearse, I practice, I prepare.
Yeah.
So for you and me who've been doing this for years and years and years,
Yeah.
it's still purposeful and intentional.
Very much so.
It's
Yeah.
something that matters. What I'm going to put out there, especially on camera or TV, is out there.
Hmm.
So I want it very purposeful and very intentional so it
I
can touch
love that.
people's lives.
Yeah, very much so. That is so beautiful. I love that.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd love to share with us today? I know all how we contact you, all that good stuff. Your book is going to be in the show notes and it's absolutely glorious. I didn't know if there was anything else that you wanted to leave or like a lasting, inspiring quote or
Seeing
something that really
inspiring thought.
carries you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say make peace with your voice and know that
Mm,
your voice matters.
I
Use
love
it for
that.
good.
I love that. That's beautiful. Make peace with your voice and know that it matters and use it for good. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much for spending time with me here today. Thank you so much to our listeners for spending time with us. It was absolutely wonderful getting to hear all about the amazing things that you do.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
So, until next time, listeners, stay well and